I bought a whole watermelon. I'm one person. And because of that, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Because like, I can eat it obviously, but eating this whole watermelon by myself is gonna be way too much for me. I have some ideas of things I'm gonna do. So I think I'm gonna make muffins, which I've never tried before, watermelon muffins. A like sorbet, maybe a popsicle, maybe a fun drink. I think that that should be enough, and then I'll have some watermelon left over to just eat regular. Let's get into it. First things first, I have to cut this. My watermelon picking method, I pick up a few and then I take whichever one feels heaviest. I will eat closer to the rind. I'll eat that with my teeth. I'm not great at cutting. My first method is gonna be just to freeze the pieces. It's like eating watermelon, but it's frozen. That's it. I'm separating it with parchment so that it doesn't stick to itself. I'm not sure if I will love the texture of frozen watermelon, but I'll keep you posted, obviously. Now I'm gonna pop this in the freezer. The next thing I'm making is muffins. Let's get started. So I'd normally bake at the counter, but I'm doing it here because the lighting is just way better. It's so dark in my kitchen. And so first I have some very room temperature butter. It's very soft. And I'm going to mix it with the sugar. I got this recipe online, I'll link it below. None of the watermelon muffin recipes had any reviews, which is concerning. This will be a review for them. First, I'm going to mix the butter and sugar. It's 2/3 a cup of sugar. This is so awkward to sit and do this. I also don't have my mixer. It's kind of weird that there's butter. I feel like normally it's oil in muffins. So there we have the butter and sugar mixed. They're basically like one thing now. Next step, add the eggs, which I forgot. I feel like this part's gonna be the hardest without a mixer. It seems like a pretty creamy consistency, pretty uniform. Next, I'm gonna add the watermelon. This seems like a lot of liquid. Fun color, watermelon color. I might need to switch bowls. Seems like it's gonna make a lot. There's also in this recipe a 1/2 cup of milk. This seems like so much liquid. Maybe I'll wait to add the milk. So I'm gonna start adding the dry, 1.5 cups of flour. It's kind of fun to do this sitting down. A teaspoon of baking soda. Normally you're supposed to mix dry ingredients together. I never do that. Most things, like muffins especially, aren't finicky enough for it to really matter. That's my experience. So it looks like we are gonna need the milk. Oh, and a pinch of salt. How much is a pinch, you know? I'm doing 1/4 teaspoon. It's more than a pinch, but whatever. Yeah, I should have added the milk in first to the wet, but that's okay. It's still gonna all combine. This is a fun color. I hope it tastes good. I've preheated my oven to 350. So I have my muffin tin, or muffin things. This feels like muffin texture. Here they are, ready to go in the oven. I filled them pretty full because I didn't want to have leftover batter. And it wasn't enough to make like a lot. It was probably enough to make like 1, maybe 2 more. The next recipe is like a sorbet. So I'm gonna freeze this, but I've blended 2 cups of watermelon. I have a little bit less than 1/8 cup of lemon juice here. I'm gonna add in 1/4 cup of milk. I was gonna make more than this, and then I realized I don't have enough space in my freezer, like at all. But it's probably good because this is still a decent amount, and if I hate it, then I only have this much. So then all I'm gonna do is use a spoon and just mix it all together. I don't know, the lemon and milk is gonna make like, yeah, it kind of like curdled the milk. Hopefully it's not bad. It'll be like a buttermilk watermelon mixture. So this goes in the freezer. The next watermelon thing I'm going to make is a popsicle. I only have 1 container available. All of the other ones already have popsicles in them, so it's only 1. I already have the frozen watermelon, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put water in here and measure how much liquid goes in, and then I'll blend that much watermelon, just straight watermelon, and put it in and freeze it. In here I have my blended watermelon. It's gonna go in the freezer. I'll taste test it once it's frozen. I've decided that's all of the things I'm gonna make because I was gonna make a drink, but I don't have like a cheesecloth or anything, and the texture of just straight blended watermelon, I've had that before as a liquid and it is not appealing to me whatsoever. I would need to strain out the pulp. So I don't have anything to do that. So I'm just gonna, that's all of the things I'm making. But I do have one more tip for when you have extra watermelon, and I will show you. My piece of advice for when you have extra watermelon is instead of putting it in your fridge in like a regular container, if you have a salad spinner or if you just have like a strainer and then a bowl that fits in, it's better. It stays crunchier. So you can just like cut it up and then put it in there, and then the liquid as it comes out, it's not sitting in it. Not that the liquid's bad, but the texture is better when you do this. So I would recommend this method. I guess this wouldn't work if you needed to use the salad spinner, but personally I'm not planning on using the salad spinner before I'm finished eating the watermelon. So this, for right now, is gonna work for me. Maybe it'll work for you. I hope that you found this tip helpful, and maybe you'll use it someday. And I will check back in once everything is complete, or I guess once the muffins are complete. The rest is gonna take longer. If you thought I was done trying to make new stuff with watermelon, I thought I was also done. We're making one more thing. I was looking at all my watermelon rinds and I was like, I feel like I've seen people do stuff with these before. And it turns out that if you cut off all of the like actual fruit and you just have the rind and the white part, you can cook it you can saute it. So here we are, we're going to saute some watermelon. All I've done is cut up little pieces of the rind, like little bite size. And my pan is warm, so I'm just gonna drop these on. I guess I'm gonna cook them like until they get soft. I'll be honest, I didn't really fully read the instructions. I just read that you could cook the white part like a vegetable. I might add some oil in a little bit. First I'll add water. I don't really know the texture I'm supposed to be looking for here, so I'm just gonna cook them until they seem cooked. I think I want them to soften a little. I'm using water to just descale as I'm going instead of oil, and then I'll add oil towards the end. I think I'm gonna add oil soon. This seems obvious, but before, if you're using the water descaling method, you should wait until all of the water has cooked off before you add oil. I really don't know what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna add some oil, get them all coated, and then they'll be done. I actually don't know if they'll be done. Went a little heavy on the oil because it's not really absorbing. I'm pretty nervous to try these. That's it. Here they are. There they are. They look good. It's time to taste the muffin and my cooked watermelon rind. Much more excited to try the muffin. A little bit disappointing, it's no longer pink. Oh, this silicone, it came off so easy. Maybe the inside's still a little pink. Not really, it kind of lost all of its pink. It smells a little like cornbread. I mean, it's good. It has really no watermelon flavor whatsoever. Slight watermelon scent. It's pretty good, but it's more just like plain, and I like plain. Now we have the watermelon rinds. They're still really hot. I don't think I'm really a picky eater. Maybe I am, I don't know. But like I've never seen anyone else even eat these. Like if I see somebody eating something, I'm like, okay, I can try it. But I'm a little concerned with what I'm about to do. Oh. No. Will not be cooking any more of that. That's not good. The outer part, can't even bite into it. The white part, no, it's just bad. Like it doesn't taste like it tastes bad. Vegetables are way better than that. I don't know why anyone would ever do that. Except I guess like to not waste all of the rind, but like this is worse, so don't do that. I don't know why there's a bunch of recipes for that. There were also recipes for like, I think people like pickle them or something. I don't know, but that's all I'm gonna do with the rind because that was terrible. Like I need to brush my teeth. We'll come back and taste the frozen stuff once it's frozen. It is 95 degrees out today and it's time to taste the frozen stuff. The first one I'll taste is the watermelon popsicle. So this one I just blended watermelon and then poured it into the popsicle mold. It looks like a popsicle. It smells like watermelon. It tastes like watermelon. I don't know what else it would taste like. If you wanted to make like really, really easy popsicles, you don't even need a high power blender at all because it's just watermelon. I would recommend these. Good for a hot day. Next, we have this. I got a spoon out and then I looked at it and I said, I don't think I should taste test that. Well, let me try. So it fully separated and it looks like the top is just watermelon. It is not like sorbet at all. It's impossible to scoop. And I'm also afraid that the milk, it wasn't even real milk, but like almond milk can still curdle. This is just a concerning thing to me. Don't do this. I wouldn't recommend. I mean, I guess I'll try and take like... It has like a sour, it maybe went, don't do it. And last we have just the frozen slices of watermelon. Even though I did the parchment paper, still pretty stuck on here. It was in a freezer safe bag, but it's still got this. It's been 3 days since I put them in the freezer. I think I would say blend it first. I mean, because it tastes the same, but the eating experience of the blended is much better. This isn't bad. Yeah, I could see myself bringing this in a cooler to a picnic, and then you just sit there, it's hot, it takes a while to eat, you just keep working on it, kind of like a jawbreaker. Or like, like you're a dog and it's a bone that you have to work on. I mean, it tastes like watermelon, just the texture of the popsicle one is better. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching, feel free to hit the like button down below. You can also comment any other watermelon ideas you have. You can hit subscribe. You can hit the notification bell. Lots of options for what you can do if you want to. I will be back very soon with a new video, so see you soon.